Okay, today we're going to do St. Petersburg chain, which is a great beginner intermediate stitch. It's not the first one I would start with, but it's a lot of fun to do. We're going to need two colors, 8 seed beads, and about 100 to about 120 freshwater pearls or 4mm pearls, and a 15 seed bead as the stop bead here. I have beads in my containers are about 30 grams a piece, but you don't need that many. You're going to designate your two colors. One is going to be your main color bead, and one will be your accent bead. Where the gold beads are, they're your accents, and then your purple is the main color. This is a great stitch because it adapts to many variations and all kinds of shapes and sizes of beads. Here's another example. I had little disc beads that I put on. I only had enough to go this far, so I finished it off this way just by seed weaving it through, tying on the clasp and going back. But it's a fun look, and it looks great for this coming season. So you'll need, the supplies you're going to need is a clasp. Any clasp will do. You need, like I said, 100 to 120 4mm pearls, two colors of 8 seed beads. This is a gold, and then I have this opaque luster pink as our main color, and then I have a 15 galvanized gold bead. Then you're going to need, of course, a beading needle. I use number 10. 10s will go through the 15s. If you're more comfortable, you can go with a size 12. That's a smaller beading needle. And Fireline thread. I always work in 8-pound, but there's all different pounds out there. 4 pounds. I wouldn't go below 4. 6 pounds, 8 pounds. And then when you get to 10 pounds, it's a little fat. This is the smoke. So this has a little bit of a graphite coating on it, and that can come off in your hands. But that's okay, that washes off. You can wipe it down with a damp cloth if you wanted to begin. So I've already threaded my needle. For today's demonstration, I'm just using a shorter thread, but for you, I guess I would do something like 6 or 8 feet of thread. I usually just do 2 wingspans of thread. So you want a good, comfortable length, and you'll be able to usually complete the project with one pass if you use extra long thread and won't have to knot on. To start with, we're going to need a little stop bead. I'm just going to pick a gold bead. A stop bead is a tension bead, or tension bead is the other name, and it's a temporary bead. And we're going to pull that down, and you're going to pull all the way down to the end of your thread. Leave yourself about 6 or 8 inches of thread, because you're going to use that later to tie on your clasp. So I did my first pass through, and now I'm going to go up again and pull through, and you'll see this bead will slide. To those of you who've seed weaved already, you already know about this, but you're beginners, you may not. So that's going to be my first bead. Then I'm going to put on 6 8 seed beads. So I'm going to go to the pink, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you begin, we start with 6. And now we're going to pull them down to my stop bead. Now, St. Petersburg chain, you're going to create a column, but you're also, the last 2 beads on your string here are the beginning of the next column. So now I have to count back 4 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want to sew up beads 4 and bead 3, and I don't care about these beads right now. Let them fall off to the side. They're going to become part of my next column. So I'm sewing into bead 4, bead 3, and I'm sewing in a circle back out. When I pull them down, it's going to create a little P. You always keep your little 2 beads to the right of your work.